Hi, Virgo.
Okay. Oh, so at the bottom of the deck, you got one of my favorite cards in this deck, the Six of Cups. This deck has a couple of my very favorite cards, um, picture wise. This reminds me of when I was a kid during the summer. I grew up in Vermont, and just going to swimming holes and hanging out with your friends, and just you didn't have a care in the world. You were just in the moment, enjoying the weather, enjoying the time, and just chilling. It just I remember that so vividly, and that's really the spirit of this card is um is nostalgia, but it's the simpler times, that keeping it simple, enjoying being in the moment, enjoying the simple things, keeping it I wasn't worried about all when I was in this moment. I wasn't worrying about, my mind wasn't going a million miles an hour. It was just present. So at the bottom of the deck, it's this underlying theme of simplifying, being able to enjoy the present, stopping and smelling the roses, not being on your phone while you're hanging out with your kid or with your friends, being able to really be present in the moment and just enjoy it, not be worrying that other things aren't happening, rushing to other things. And this is also about simplifying your life. So, simplifying your schedule, not overbooking things, not overcommitting to things, decluttering, downsizing if you have to, not, you know what I mean? Not having too many expenses, not having too many bills, like keeping it simple. We can make things as complicated or as simple as we want. And of course there are things that happen beyond our control, but I see people who don't think there is this sort of competition that people ask what you did this weekend. It's like, oh, well, I did this and I did this and I did this, and look at my Instagram account. I've done all these things, and aren't I amazing? And it's like, you're not an impressive person if you didn't hike a mountain and bake stuff from scratch and do all these amazing things. So just really thinking about where you spend your time and energy, and if you're really present and enjoying the moment. Now, in the recent past, there was this Ten of Swords, and this is just putting an end to worry. To it's like when this card comes up, you're done. You're like, I am not going to overschedule myself. I'm not going to overthink things. I'm not going to tolerate um, unpleasant, negative situations. I'm not. I'm just not. You're like, I'm just not. I'm not doing work on the weekends anymore. Uh, for no, and getting absolutely no um, compensation. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not killing myself for the man, for society, for keeping up with the Joneses. It's just like, I'm not doing that anymore. It's done. I'm cutting away, and this Chancellor cuts away everything that's unnecessary. I'm I'm out. And like, it's done. It's gone. You're just not doing it anymore. But you have these very grounded cards. So what you want most is you want to change how you function day to day. This is a Pentacle card. The discs, the shields, whatever, it has a bunch of different names depending on the deck, but this is being grounded, being slow and steady wins the race, keeping it, it is about keeping it slow and simple and calm, and not having to be so busy. This is a slow moving knight. He's not flying around all over the place trying to do everything in the world. He's just keeping it calm, keeping it simple, staying focused on what's truly important, what your true obligations are. So I feel like some of you have just overcommitted, overextended, and you're kind of you had a breaking point. Maybe that's your resolution. Like, I'm done. I'm done just being all over the place. I'm gonna be still for a while. I'm gonna be calm. I'm going to enjoy the simple things. I'm going to come from a oh, I can't think of the word, of gratitude, of being happy for what I have instead of always chasing this next thing and wanting more and more and more and more. And the focus is this Eight of Wands, and that for me, I mean, this is a card of the apprentice, of working hard, of exceptional craftsmanship. I like to say this isn't the person that frames the house. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but this is the person that makes fine furniture. Like it's just meticulous, and it's an art, an artistry in what they do. So again, if you go in too many directions, it's hard. It's very hard to be amazing at everything. But if you can focus on what you truly love and really pour your time and energy into that, you can truly master it. And it's interesting because you're really thinking about, this is the happily ever after card. And you're like, what is my happily ever after? What matters most to me? What is going to make me happy? And this is you. This is not getting married, having 2.5 kids, and living in a big house in the suburbs and having a fancy car. May very well not be at all. Maybe you thought it was because society tells you that's what we're supposed to think will make us happy and is our happily ever after. But that very well may not be you. And maybe that's like you've been trying to keep up this facade, and it just mentally wore you out. It's just like, I can't do this anymore. This isn't me. This isn't really what I want. My happily ever after is not all of that. I would rather take a pay cut and downsize than working myself crazy till I'm just mentally completely exhausted and I have nothing left for my family. And I can't even do this because I can't relax because I'm so worried and anxious about all the things I've cluttered my life with. In the near future, you do have the devil, and that the devil comes up. It's just your inner demons. I feel like this is going to be hard for you. It's going to be hard for you to slow down. Going to be hard for you to declutter. I know that's kind of that catchphrase, but I like it. To declutter your life, to get rid of things that aren't necessary, because I do know, loves, you're a very driven sign. You're successful. And so you have to redefine success. Success is not doing everything and doing everything perfectly. It's being happy. So you have to think about what is really making you happy. And I feel like it's just going to be a struggle for you. This is just your inner demons are going to be like, you have to do more. You have to do more, type A, go, 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 go. And it's like, wait a minute. Then I'm going to just loop right around to here. So that's just a caution to be mindful of that struggle, that you have this voice that you have to do more, you have to do better, you have to go deep, you have to do it. So these are some overall cards here. Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands, beautiful. So look at this, is when you try to do too much. And I read it a little differently, but look at, there's all that gold and goods and everything, but it's just crashed up on the shore. It's not even it's like you've accumulated stuff, but it's not even enjoyable or useful because it just came with so much struggle and exhaustion. The seas are stormy there. But then it's like, look at this card. This is getting singularly focused. It's like getting your spark back. The rain, this is a fire sign, right? The rain is just extinguished any fire and enthusiasm and motivation, your energy. It's just extinguished it. But here, this is a very different feel. This is that first spark igniting the fire, the beginnings of inspiration, of motivation, of enthusiasm, getting your mojo back, getting excited, so I feel like it's like you're going to have to simplify things in order we only have so much energy in order to get your energy back, and then it's like you're going to be like, yeah, you're going to be jumping out of bed like this is cool. Like it's not jumping out of bed to exhaust yourself by overextending yourself. It's jumping out of bed and keeping it really simple. Like, what do I want to accomplish today? Well, I need to go to work because, we have to eat, but I want to work out. I want to work on whatever feeds my soul. I want to start developing so I can get a different job. I want, you're just going to get really focused on what you need to do to pare things down and to gain your energy, and then do what really brings joy and happiness to your life, that you're inspired, you're motivated about, you're excited about. So thank you so much for watching. Take care.